Welcome to the Keisha Phillips Show. We're going to talk about sustainable goals. Sustainable goals. I'm going into this topic because I had been talking about women empowerment. And in the process of that, it led me to the sustainable goals. In my previous episode, I quoted that sustainable development goals aim to transform our world. They are a call to action to end poverty and inequality, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy health, justice, and prosperity. What is the meaning of sustainable development goals? They're known as the global goals, or a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. How many people are familiar with sustainable goals? How many people are familiar with United Nations and everything that goes on there? We're going to talk about the Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, I'm going to go over the 17 goals. I'm going to name them, and then we'll talk about each one briefly. You have goal number 1 is no poverty. Goal number 2 is zero hunger. Goal number 3 is good health and well-being. Goal number 4 is quality education. Goal number 5 is gender equality. Goal number 6 is clean water and sanitation. Goal number 7 is affordable and clean energy. Goal number 8 is decent work and economic growth. Goal number 9 is industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Goal number 10 is reduce inequalities. Goal number 11 is sustainable cities and communities. Goal number 12 is responsible consumption and production. Goal number 13 is climate action. Goal number 14 is life below water. Goal number 15 is life on land. Goal number 16 is peace, justice, and strong institutions. And goal number 17 is partnerships for the goals. I'm not sure how many people even knew that there was such a thing as a sustainable goal. I'm not sure how many people is familiar with the 17 goals, which I just named, is what we are trying to use to transform our world. The Sustainable Development Goals are a call for action by all countries, poor, rich, and middle income, to promote prosperity while protecting the planet. They recognize that ending poverty might go hand in hand with strategies that build economic growth and address a range of social needs, including education, health, social protection, job opportunities, while tackling climate change and environmental protection. I am a big advocate when it comes to your sustainable goals. I am a big advocate when it comes to the well-being of the nation. The United Nations is a diplomatic and political international organization whose stated purposes are to maintain international peace and security. And in doing so, this is part of how the sustainable goals have come to be a factor and a part of our world. I don't know how to really go into the fullness. I'm not going to break down everything that goes on with United Nations. But I am going to talk about the goal of the month. And the goal for May is goal number 15, which is life on land. And basically what it is to conserve all forms of life on land, protecting and restoring ecosystems and biodiversity, sustainably managing forests. If you're not familiar with United Nations, if you're not familiar with sustainable goals, then you're not going to be able to really keep up with what's going on in this particular podcast, or probably not too many of my episodes when it comes down to the Keisha Phillips show. And I was trying to cater my show to everyone, all walks of life, but I realized that my audience is a more mature audience that's on a totally different level. And it's no offense to anyone. So I hope that that is no offense taken. But when you're when you're trying to make an impact in the world and you're trying to change certain aspects of the world, then what you know and the way you may do things may be totally different from the things that other people know and the way that they do things. And so when we talk about the United Nations and we talk about all those 17 sustainable goals, each goal is going to be an episode, and in that episode I'm going to talk about that goal, what's going on with that goal, where we are in the world with that goal. But since May and we have a goal of the month, then that's why I'm going to talk about this one particular goal that is in reference to May. And so in that goal, I will say it again, that particular goal is life and land on water. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the comments, and I will do my best to try to answer all questions within a 24-hour window. So please don't hesitate to ask any question. There's no question that I don't feel that I can't answer. And if I don't have the answer or don't know the answer, then I am going to research the answer. I also want, if you're interested in being a guest on the Keisha Phillips show, let me know, because I am looking for guest speakers that want to be on the show, want to talk about certain things. And since I'm going to go through the different goals, and we have 17 in all, then I am looking for guest speakers to be part of the show as we go in depth about the sustainable development goals. And today we're going to talk about goal number 15. So goal number 15 I'm trying to pull it up. Hold on. So we got into this topic because of me talking about women empowerment. And somehow that went into me being biased. Someone made a comment that I was biased because I had more support for males. That I was saying that women wasn't going to be able to do certain things because men hold that foundation. And I was biased because I didn't feel that women were capable of doing a man's job. Not one time did I say that like that. Not one time did I mean that in that sense. But what I did say is that men are the foundation. Men are our backbone. Men are the foundation of this world. And they are. And I will say it again. And the reason why I said that is because this world, when this world was created, men held the foundation when it came down to many of our occupations and many of our careers today. We forgotten that at one point in time, if you think about our ancestors, that it was a point in a time where men held the jobs, men held these careers. What did women do back in the ancestors' times? When you think about your roots, we were at home. They were at home. They were the home keepers, housewives, cooking, cleaning. Do I need to go into specifics? No, because we've come as a nation, as a whole, as women, we have come a long way, and I'm not going to ever take that away from us, okay? I'm not knocking that. But what I am saying is we still do these same things today. It still is our duty as a woman to take care of the home, take care of the children, cook, clean. We still do these same duties today. It's still our duty to support our men, to be their backbone, to be their strength, to allow them to lead, to allow them to be the breadwinner, to allow them to what? We're supposed to do that. Now, do that mean that we don't have women out there that can't do it? No, we don't, because I can do it. If I had to do it 100% fully myself, I can, with no questions asked. But I'm divorced. So right now I am my strength. I am my backbone. I am the head of self. So there's a difference. I'm not saying that you should be in the marriage and your man's supposed to be controlling you. And I'm not saying that. Not one time that I said that, because I'm not going to let no man control me. But it's also about respect. It's also about a togetherness. It's also about what? The two people. If your marriage is strong, if your relationships are strong, there's no need for anything to be controlling. I'm not saying that the Bible says that we're supposed to be submissive to our husbands. Well, I don't have a husband, so I don't have to be submissive. But am I telling you to be submissive? No, I'm not. I'm telling you to respect your marriage, to respect your husband. And I also tell men to respect their wives. Because if you want your woman to be, or your wife to be your backbone, your support, your strength, then that comes with respect. We're goddess. Treat us like that. Don't forget the reasons why we decided that we were going to get married. The reasons why our marriage have lasted for so long. And yeah, you have some people that's in it and they just in it and they just in it. That's true. But I always tell people that what's going on in your household is between you and what? Okay. And that's the way it should stay. And that's the way I'm going to keep it. Now, goal number 15 is life on land. And life on land, and basically I'm going to read it, okay? It protects, restore, and promotes sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation and halt biodiversity loss. If you are familiar with the sustainable goals, then you're going to understand what this particular global goal is. Now, I am taking this information from globalgoals.org. This is goal number 15, which is in reference to life on land. And basically it says that a flourishing life on land is the foundation for our life on this planet. We are all part of the planet's ecosystem, and we have caused severe damage to it through what? Deforestation, loss of natural habitats, and land degradation. Promoting a sustainable use of our ecosystem and preserving biodiversity is not a cause. It is the key to our own what? Survival. Okay, so all these things are very, very, very important. Please, if you're not following me, like I said, I'm gonna go through each goal, each goal, and I'm gonna do my best to try to break it down as much as possible for understanding. What we can do today. Right now, today, what are the things that they're saying we can do if we take action today? I'm dealing with goal number 15 because this is the goal of what? May. So basically what they're saying is, if we take action today, positive actions, we can make what? Real change. But again, that means what? Taking what? Positive action. What can we do? What can we do as a nation? Okay, we can find a goal, a charity that you want to support. They say any donation, big or small, can make a difference. You can adopt a pet. I adopted a pet. That's how I got my Sophie, because we adopted a pet. She's 2 years old. You can recycle your paper, your glass, your plastic. You can go out and you can clean your local parks, the forest. So it's a lot of things that they're saying that we can do, but are we doing those things? No, we're not. Or do everybody agree with everything that? No. See, that's when it comes down to choices. We have to be able to understand the importance of why they're saying, because at the end of the day, it says together we will change the world. And together, that's true. If we don't pull together as a whole, how are we going to do what? How are we going to make the difference? How is anything's going to change? Some people say, well, all that is just another modes of what? Money. Another means of just getting money. And they don't want to do it like that. And I understand that too. I do. I really do. But do that mean that the goal is not important? No. It doesn't. It does not. It just means that these are some things that we can do in order to help make a change. These are important things that we can do to help make a change. So that is goal number 15 when we start talking about sustainable goals. So then when you go into the real reality of what? Sustainable goals. And we start at goal number 1. Goal number 1. Guess what goal number 1 is? If you did not hear the beginning of this podcast. Goal number 1. Who can tell me what goal number 1 is? Anybody? Anybody? Because we're talking about shaping the future. And all these things make it's part of shaping the future. It is. Goal number 1 is in reference to poverty. Can you believe that? That goal number 1 is say no poverty. And if you go look across this nation, where is poverty at?
all across the globe. Can you believe that goal number 1 is that no poverty? I have been talking about ending poverty in all its forms everywhere, and guess what? It can happen, but guess what? It's not going to happen until certain things would change. Because we honestly should be at a point where there really should not be no poverty. It really shouldn't. And in order for that to change, a whole lot of things have to change. And this is one of these subjects that I don't even know where to start. It's like having a blueprint of what it would take for the world to change, for world hunger to end and poverty to end, and the economy to grow. It's like knowing the blueprint of what it would take to do it, but don't have the funds in order to do it. Everything that we do in life, it requires money. And to shape this future, this world, it requires money. It takes money. I need money. And when I see a president that's running this country and take $98 billion and send to help assist the war, I have a problem with that. So do a whole lot of other people. Because I think about all the ways that $98 million, billion dollars could have been spent. And how it could have made an impact in this country alone. And turning things around in this country that I reside in. It's the United States of America. So when I see money being spent on all these things, going towards all these things, but it's not going towards the things that's going to what? Shape this future. And there wouldn't be a war. We wouldn't be in a war. I understand that Russia is the enemy. But do that mean that we supposed to go and help Ukraine fight a war that's not our war? Support a war that we don't even feel should even be happening? So why are we supporting it? I can go all day long and talk about the things that needs to be changed in this world and the things that's happening in this world that needs to change. And the things that people ain't talking about, but should be talking about, but ain't nobody talking about it because they don't give a damn about it. And the first thing people continue to say is, well, it's not happening in the United States of America. But you know what? That's a damn lie, because it is happening in the United States of America. And no, it may not be on the front lines of the newspaper, or the headlines on the next talk show. But guess what? It's on the headlines of the Keisha Phillips show. I'm going to talk about it. Because I'm about change. A global change. And in order for even to get from goal 1 to goal 17, it requires money. And I need and want my money. I'm a certified advanced fitness trainer. I'm a nutritionist. On top of having a 4-year degree and a master's degree. You put all my credentials and license and being a pharmacy technician and all my advanced certification, I probably would be on the level of a doctor, have a doctorate. But do I have doctor in front of my name? Not yet. You can call me Dr. Keisha Phillips. And if I get remarried, would I change my last name? My maiden name? See, right now, I'm still in my husband's last name, but I'm just not using it. Phillips is my maiden name. Because I'm divorced. So I began to use my maiden name. So Phillips is my maiden name. And when I get remarried, I'm not going to take my husband's last name. Because I just said Dr. Keisha Phillips. So I guess he better take my last name, huh? When I get remarried, the man takes his wife's last name. What about that? What? That's another episode. Another topic for another day. Okay. Well, I'm Keisha Phillips. Dr. Keisha Phillips. And you've been listening to the Keisha Phillips Show.